that are good with women are respected because most men can't do it. And this is why women that are promiscuous are not. Because a key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that opens any key is a lock.
Damn, bro. Damn. If only that's how worked. But it doesn't. That's not how that works at all. Okay?
To Jarvis Johnson, Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free. But if you're watching this, you're premium.
You're gold.
And today we'll be talking about posting your own L's and how sometimes people do it on TikTok unprovoked. Specifically, we'll be talking about an account on TikTok called The Desirable Truth. The Desirable Truth has 653,000 followers on TikTok. They describe themselves as the voice of the people, the Desirable Truth microphone. So the question on the table is, how do
you have community members who turn into your most dedicated haters? This community has the right kind of mental illness, don't worry. One day I'm going to crack the code of having, bringing all those haters back, and then it's Jover. You know what I mean? Then I've fully overcome all odds.
How do you feel about her guy friends? The correct answer is, who cares?
How do you feel about her having guy friends?
That's totally cool.
So you don't care if she were to spend time with them one-on-one?
No, I think that's insecure if you do.
How is that insecurity?
These are leading questions. They're presuming that something bad can happen if a man and a woman who aren't in a relationship spend time together one-on-one. It's a very insecure way of viewing relationships. This is often the case in these communities. They act like you need to prevent your significant other's access to other people because they're just waiting to cheat. In reality, if you have to completely control all of your partner's relationships in order to prevent them from cheating, then you're not in a healthy relationship and you shouldn't be in that relationship. Trust is important. You need it. And without it, you have nothing.
You don't think her being in that environment with another man one-on-one would...
Her being in that environment with another man one-on-one...
create a bridge between you two?
Create a bridge between you two. Like, I just don't understand. Like, if I have female friends, right? And if they get into relationships, that doesn't mean that we stop being friends. It's just so insecure. It's just so insecure.
Because at the end of the day, relationships are all about trust. And if you don't trust your person, you shouldn't be with them.
Correct. If you don't trust your person, you shouldn't be with them. And it seems like this guy has a really hard time understanding that very basic fact.
Doesn't really matter. If those friendships existed before me, who am I to say no, right? At the end of the day, as a man, it's about being confident. And if you're confident enough, it doesn't matter.
In a lot of instances, these like man on the street interviews will encounter like relatively normal dudes with surprisingly open-minded perspectives or surprisingly like refreshing perspectives. And yet when you look at the comments, it's a sea of like, you owned him. What a cuck. What an absolute idiot this guy is. His girlfriend's on the phone, probably texting every guy to all of them at the same time. She's gonna have a fiesta, lol. And it's like no, maybe they have a normal relationship and he's like a normal guy. Why are you? I don't know. But some of them are also staged, so who knows? Maybe there'll be a turn here. Texting her side piece right now. The guy in black is a G. Let's see.
But why would...
Yeah, because he's basically calling out the toxic masculinity of it all. I agree with this man.
But why would your woman want to spend time with another man one-on-one if she has you?
Why would your woman is already so possessive, and like he keeps asking questions like looking.
I know this guy and he said he felt he was roasted. Wait, really? There's a couple people that said they know this guy. What the guy gets around, bro? All right, let's see the actual video. God damn it. We always do this. Desirable Truth. Is that what the channel is? Tic Tac.
Cool. So you don't...
The Desirable Truth. Desirable Truth. Anyone disagrees, definitely insecure. If someone's gonna cheat on you, there's literally nothing you can do to stop them. These comments are sad, bro. Bro doesn't understand friendship, and he's the one asking the question. Well, there you go. There's a lot of people in here that are like actually open-minded as well in the comment section.
Another man one-on-one is important.
Another man one-on-one would...
Her being in that between it's just... Correct. If you don't trust your person, you shouldn't be with them. And it seems like this guy has a really hard time understanding that very basic fact.
Doesn't really matter. If those friendships existed before me, who am I to say no? It doesn't matter.
Agree with this man.
But why would your woman want to spend time with another man one-on-one if she has you?
Why would your woman is already...
Dude, that's how I That's how I feel, dude. It's like, fellas, if you have a girlfriend, okay, and she's spending one-on-one time with another man, like, let's say she's got a tutor or something. That's it. She the tutor, dog. That's how it works. There's no version of this where it works, okay? It's Jover. I am a deeply insecure and nervous wreck, but at the same time, I went to the gym a lot, so I'm going to put on this hyper masculine front so that I can suck in a bunch of silly billies who don't know any better and are also just as insecure as I am.
He's so possessive, and like he keeps asking questions, like looking for a different answer, and it's like, you're not going to get a different answer, man. You're trying to introduce insecurity and fear into a relationship that seems, you know, that they are, do not worry about these things that you worry about. It's like you're trying to project your deep fears onto these other people that do not have the fears. He's basically like, but aren't you afraid? Look under the bed, there's going to be a monster under there. And they're like, no, I mean, like, we trust that there's no monsters under the bed. We've looked under the bed before, and we've learned that there's nothing really to be afraid of. It's like, so you just are in your room in the dark and you don't look under the, I don't understand, but what if the monsters get you? He just like does not understand the concept that they're not worried about what he's worried about. What we're going to see in the comments, I think, is going to be a little surprising because they're not good. What's that? The comments aren't good on the internet? Yeah, something triggered her when he asked that question. Something going on. Bro lives in La La Land. Rip. She doesn't respect him. Like, what is this? What is it with people like reading?
Dude, it's literally because, once again, we have removed all contextual analysis online. Everything is what you see is what you get, and everyone is everyone is incredibly biased and only can see the world from their incredibly narrow framework. And because there are so many unimaginably insecure kids out there online, and you have no idea that that's like a fucking pasty little nerd who hasn't even seen the world yet, let alone experienced it, let alone been hurt or been happy with another person. You have no way of looking at that guy and recognizing that that person probably doesn't know what they're talking about. That's it. And then you got, oh, thank you. Men and women are too different to spend one-on-one time as friends without something else going on. That's crazy. That's insane to say, brother. Yeah, dude. When me and my mom are watching a movie, it's weird, dude. We're just too different. You know? There's no way. There's no way. Me and your mom, on the other hand, you know? It's weird. It's weird as dude. It's a weird ass thing to say. Your mom is not your girlfriend. What the are you talking about? Your mom is my girlfriend. However, that's not even what I'm saying. You can absolutely hang out with a woman and not have it be sexual. What are you talking about? What kind of a nervous wreck are you? Does every woman want to fuck you when you're alone with them? Is that how that works?
The tea leaves of someone's body language when they're being accosted on the street for an interview. They're out and about, they're busy, they're like having a night out, they've given you a little bit of their time that, you know, you did not deserve. And people think that they know these people's relationship better than they do.
How old are you?
23.
How old is your man?
I actually have a girlfriend.
Okay, that's sick. So wait.
He didn't expect that. I love how, just first off, thoughts here? Like, he just really does not know what's going on, and
The chatter said a stupid thing, but your counter argument is stupid too. You didn't put context into it. My counter argument is stupid. What counter argument do you need to say men and women can have healthy platonic relationships without there ever being any kind of sexual undertone or sexual overtone associated with it, and that it all falls under the umbrella of like women and men are not all that different. They're all just fucking people. I can't believe I have to do like super basic stuff here, but I have to put it in the most like argumentative debate bro format so that like some people can legitimately comprehend what I'm saying. It's like people asking like, no, dude, you have to logically explain to me how men and women can be, how women and men are the same. Logically. You have to explain it. It's like, well, at a certain point, you just, I don't know if I'll be able to fucking unwind your brain. I totally agree with you. Just the counter argument of mother and son time is not valid. That's what? I'm moving on.
He needs everybody else to explain to him what his opinion should be.
I actually have a girlfriend.
Okay, that's sick. So wait, are you bi, straight, or what?
I'm lesbian.
Are you bi, straight, or what? Kind of a silly question to ask if you're straight after this person just told you that they have a girlfriend.
What made you realize you didn't like men?
I don't.
What made you realize you didn't like men? What would you ask that to a man? Would you ask that question to your bros? Hey bro, like hypothetically, what made you realize you didn't like men? I'm just asking. I'm just curious. Asking someone to explain why they are wired a certain way is not, it's completely pointless. You should ask him why he doesn't like men.
Why do you think men care about a woman's body count?
Oh my god, that's so stupid. People actually ask that shit?
She is roasting him so hard. And he's standing on business, you know? He's saying, yes, I need to know your body count. And I know the comments are not going to be good.
If a man is ever asking you about your body count, you're talking to the wrong man, and he can get fucked.
Why would you post this?
What do you think about the analogy?
The reason why he's posting it is because he knows that like his audience is not receptive to her because she's a woman. Ew, yuck, gross. And no one in his in group is gonna see that as like an own. It's like that podcast where they have like a bunch of women on, and then like if the women are trolling, they fucking lose their minds and they're like, get out of here, leave. And then everyone in the comments is like, you're such a you're my goat, dude. You're my goat. You really told those whores. Hell yeah. It's like, this is the most insecure, nervous person I've ever seen in my entire life. This person is not projecting confidence, but because you are just as insecure, if not more insecure, you are looking at him and acting as though he has done something profound and cool.
If one key can open any locks, it's known as a master key.
Oh my God, dude. This is such a fucking fresh and fit ass question.
It is not easy to be good with women. This is why men that have sex with a lot of girls are idolized. This is why guys that are good with women are respected, because most men can't do it. And this is why women that are promiscuous are not. Because a key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that opens any key is a shitty lock.
It's a shit.
Damn, bro. Damn. If only that's how pussies work. But it doesn't. That's not how that works at all. Okay? What the fuck?
Shitty lock.
I think that if a woman is an analogy to you, then you're not fucking ready to be talking to a woman. And
Ooh, goddamn, she smoked him. What the fuck?
you should probably get fucked. So
Oh my God. Why would you post this? Yeah, he regretted asking. Wow. This got 400,000 likes, dude. Everyone is eating him up in the comments. I mean, kudos to him for posting this because no one is.
I'm certain he posted it thinking. First of all, these guys don't give a view is a view, right? So even if they're getting owned, people are still watching. That's number one. Number two, when I feel like when these guys post these things, they're posting because they think that it's going to be celebrated by their audience. Like their audience is going to look at that and go, oh, this woman is a whore. And probably at first they do say that, and then it actually leaves the target audience, and all of a sudden the broader online communities are just, you know, they're looking at this and going, oh, you're a fucking idiot.
On his side.
How do you feel about your girl having guy friends?
That's absolutely unacceptable.
Of course, this fucking guy. Great value, Pharrell Williams over here. What are you doing, man? He looks so cherry picked.
No, he looks like Andrew Tate. Like, this is the most Andrew Tate ass looking dude. This is the worst part. Like, gym bros have always had questionable politics and shit, but nowadays gym bros are like significantly worse. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm a little biased, but back in my day, gym bros were just like, they kept to themselves, and they were like kind of insecure, but also at the same time, you know, they were kind people. You know what I mean? They were kind. Now it's just like reeking with like insecurity.
Too. Like, how did he even find this man?
I don't think that men and women can be friends.
This feels so staged. What are the odds that you find this guy who looks like Pharrell Williams became a pickup artist and he has exactly your beliefs? It feels like it's, I don't know. I sense foul play. I don't know. Also, where are they? Usually they do these things like on college campuses and stuff, but or like on the Vegas Strip or something.
I'll put it to you.
I'm almost certain that's the That's Ventura Boulevard. It looks a lot like that's, I mean, maybe it's not, but it looks a lot like it's Ventura Boulevard.
This way. I don't ever tell a woman what she can and can't do. However,
Is it Miami?
if she does certain things,
Oh, then I'm wrong.
I'm no longer with her, if that makes
The
sense.
first
It's
video,
so crazy, dude.
the first video looked like the Valley.
I'm getting such
This video looks more Miami.
controlling vibes. He's presenting this like it's boundaries, but the boundary is that you cannot talk to men, any other man but me.
So where do you draw the line?
If he's not your brother or your cousin or your father or your uncle, then you shouldn't have any communication with him, you know?
You know what that means, boys? No grandpas. If she's talking to her grandpa, I leave her ass on the street, dude. No grandpas, dude.
Yeah. Chatter's about to have smoke for Jarvis. Be like, Jarvis, actually, that's not what he meant. How about you debate him? How about you actually address the issue and don't try to add any like funny seasoning to the matter and debate him in a hyper rational way? Grandpas would probably fall under the same broad categorization of family members, being permissible male partners that your female, your femoid can cohabitate spaces with privately. You would have to give an example of a person that is not an immediate family member that a male and a female could be around in a platonic way.
If she's taking a class with a male professor, sorry, that's a boundary of mine. You can't talk to him. I don't care if you're failing your class because of your participation grade. Don't show up to lecture.
Father or your uncle, then you shouldn't have any communication with them, you know? Unless it's a coworker and it's only at work. You see what I'm saying?
He has so many qualifications. He has to go through like a flow chart to figure out whether or not he's upset that his girlfriend has talked to a man. She's like, I went to the store today and I saw a guy. And he's like, what? You saw a guy? And it's like, yeah, he was checking me out. What? He was checking you out? He was checking me out at the cash register because I was buying a shirt.
Nerd.
He like squares up when the mailman comes by. Hey babe, who was that at the door? Oh, it was a mailman. A male and a man. He's just got like a vein popping out of his head.
Some women like to say, oh, I don't look at men that way.
Some women say this thing of like, this guy, he's like a friend. I call bullshit. That's impossible.
A lot of women also like to say, you need to be a little bit more secure, a little bit more confident.
A lot of women also like to say, stop objectifying me. A lot of women also like to say, can we watch what I want to watch on TV tonight? And I just say, no, babe, that's my boundary as a man. And you cannot.
Yeah, I hate that they're co-opting like woke language too. Like it's always the same. The most reactionary dog shit motherfuckers will react like, or not react, sorry, will co-opt the most social justice lexicon. And just like, they're like, yeah, actually, I'm going to be the most unfiltered misogynist you've ever seen, but I'm going to do it by using the most woke terminology. Babe, it's quite problematic that you wanted to cohabitate a space with another male partner. You're violating my boundaries, babe. How is that any different than like the annoying male feminists that turned out to be like rapists and shit? These guys used to make fun of those dudes. The right-wing guys used to literally make fun of dudes like that, okay? The crying dudes who are like using woke language while, you know, trying to get away with, you know, emotionally manipulating their partners. What the fuck happened? These are the new generation. I know. It's just like therapy talk has absolutely taken over the entire generation, which is precisely why you see dudes with shit ass politics also using the same spicy language. Babe, you're gaslighting me.
Cross that boundary.
You need to trust your woman more, and it has nothing to do with trust. It has more so to do with our biological urge to be territorial with our women.
People say I should trust my woman more. And I say, no, she's my woman, and you can't tell me what to do with her because I'm a man, a mailman. You have a delivery. It's me. What am I saying? This is the vibe of these people. Guy friends are just friend-zoned men waiting for an opportunity to strike. It's so To strike? That is, why are you framing it like a battle, dude? They're just men waiting in the trenches for when her guard's down. Then they'll.
Dude, I addressed almost all of this in my early on Andrew Tate arguments, and it's just the same. It's just always the same. It's insecurity masquerading as like hyper masculinity. Okay, fellas, if you think there's just dicks out there, all right, standing in attention, waiting to your girl, you're out of your goddamn mind. That's not like, you're not in a healthy mental space to be in a relationship with another human. Okay, you have a lot more stuff to figure out in your own life. It's crazy.
They'll attack, like, or they're friends. This is crazy, dude. But before we get into that, let's hear from today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is an app that helps you control what private information about you is shared online. There is unfortunately a lot of information that can be found about you on the internet, from your full name, your phone number, email address, physical address, names of your relatives. It's a lot. And the reason that this data is available is because there are these data brokers that profit by selling your information to prying eyes. Thankfully, Aura can identify those data brokers and submit opt-out requests on your behalf to get you out of their system. They'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists, which I need. I get a lot of bad mail. I've been using Aura for months now. It's basically how I find out that my data is at risk, because I mean, just recently I got an email about a data breach for a service that I use, and I was like, uh-oh, well, that's scary. I ought to look into what to do. And then Aura tells me some things I can do. I can make sure that that password isn't used elsewhere. It really makes me feel like I'm on top of my information. And on top of all of this, Aura's app also features a VPN, a password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and it protects your devices from malware. So it's a lot in one app. So let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online. Head on over to aura.com/Jarvis. That's my name, to get a 14-day free trial of Aura and see what information about you is out there. And thanks again to Aura for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. The views and opinions captured in these videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the creators. This is really interesting because the questions are very pointed.
Realistically, you expect a man to spend $800 on a first day?
Yeah.
Has it happened before?
Yeah.
This is just incel bait. I truly do not believe that this person expects $800 from a first date. But you know, whatever. Also, I feel like if you're into somebody, you don't.
Not gonna lie, people have been hitting on my ex nonstop, and turned out she was sexting a bunch of guys while with me, and ended up fucking someone that messaged her on Facebook. It's really not that uncommon, and some of my friends experience similar stuff. Yeah, my friend, like, this doesn't mean that there aren't shitty people out there. Yeah, of course. Wow, no way, dude. You're the first guy that someone has cheated on in the history of men and women being in a relationship. It's like, yeah, that's a shitty person. You were with a shitty person. She's a shitty person. Okay. And you should be, I know it probably doesn't feel great, but it's, you know, it's good. It's healthy that you guys are no longer together. The entire point is you have to look at that in a healthy way, which is good riddance. I dodged a bullet. What if I went further into this relationship with this person, and then they cheated on me after we had like children, you know what I mean? And got married. The point is, you're not supposed to carry that baggage with you to the next person that you see. You're not supposed to look at that and go, oh no, every woman is like this. I have friends that have also been in relationships like this. Every woman is like this. You can't do that. That's no way to operate. That's it.
You don't even have to do a date that costs money.
He gotta be rich as fuck like Elon Musk. Like
how much?
Like Elon Musk.
This
is she the same person?
Feels so fake, dude. This has to be fake. No one's saying that. Like, this is fake.
Elon Musk would eat this all night.
Okay, this is so staged, dude. Yeah. This is not a real person. What? The last thing I expected to hear in this video, and I'm not even gonna repeat it because I don't.
Elon Musk does not eat pussy. Like, get out of here. Come on. If there's one lock, is that Elon Musk is entirely too selfish to eat pussy. Get the out of here. Oh my God. Yeah. Also, who wants to him, dude? He looks like he's got the most mangled cock of all time.
I don't think those words should come out of my mouth. In fact, I do not think they should, but you heard them.
80 years old or 8 years old, he want to eat this pussy. It's like,
80 years old?
She said 8 years old or 80 years old? Like 8? That's crazy. That's okay. That's insane. That's an insane thing to say.
Older 8 years. What the fuck is happening? What is this?
No.
What is this? What makes you think he'd be interested in you?
First of all, I'm so sexy.
Oh, this is extremely staged. This is like omega staged. How little do you think of your audience that they're gonna buy this?
I just
They're
kidding.
gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it. Because there's a lot of dudes out there like that one chatter who was like, I got cheated on my girlfriend. Women ain't shit. Women are bitches. They're whores. And then they carry that resentment instead of like recognizing that this is like a unique individual, okay? And that people can be bad. That doesn't mean all women are, right? And they're going to carry that resentment to every other relationship that they have in the future. And then that is going to also guide that relationship into death and destruction regardless. Because the reality is, if you have that kind of emotional block, if you have that hang up that baggage that you have with you, that you carry to every other relationship, you're not going to be a good partner anyway. Every single one of your relationships is going to fall apart unless you fix that shit within yourself. And yeah, and looking at videos like this only reconfirms the shittiest biases that you have trapped inside of you that you don't want to overcome.
I'm really just a bad bitch. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't give a fuck. You know what? Every time I meet somebody, they die.
What? What is happening? What did she say? Okay, here's what I heard. I don't know what she said. I heard every time I meet somebody, they die.
You know what? Every time I meet somebody, they die.
Everybody died though.
Not take the heat. And that's point blank.
Would you prefer to have your...
And just moves on.
Do you think most men want their woman to be all provocative on their Instagram or be more modest?
They can feel free to do whatever they want and post whatever they want.
Well, most of the time they do it because of the likes and the attention that they get, not for themselves.
Says who? Based on what? You
Well, is this guy from Toronto? He sounds like he's from Toronto, but he looks like he's in Miami. You got to shut down the border, dog. No more Canadians coming down here, okay? No more motherfuckers from Toronto coming into America until we figure out what the hell's going on, okay? Nah, he has a Euro accent, bud. No, I feel like he's got a Toronto accent.
You can't just, since when did you become like a participant in the discussion and not an interviewer? This is no longer an interview. Dude, this guy is like auditioning for Fresh and Fit.
When do you want your woman to dress provocative?
Bro, what about him? He's dressed up provocatively as my man's got tit meat hanging out. What the hell? Dude, yo, Andrew Tate literally made dudes dress so gay. What? This is another... Bro, he's even stanced up in the same way. Look, same belt. The f going on? Same belt, same stance, same attitude. How'd this happen, bro? Are they cloning these motherfuckers?
Do you want your woman to dress provocatively as opposed to modestly?
What are these outfits, dude? What? I have no words.
And I could see that her nipples were pierced. That wouldn't bother you?
If I could see that her nipples are what is this hypothetical, dude? Keep it in your pants, buddy.
That wouldn't bother you?
I mean, people could look all day long. Hey, bro, hey, come on, man. Come on, bro. You could look all day long, but again, see, guys, that's how you handle shit, all right? You don't be a little bitch about it.
What just happened? What happened off camera? What did he handle?
So if she was all with you, and I could see that her nipples were pierced.
It is such a funny hypothetical.
Dude, he's just saying it in the horniest way, too. He's like, her nipples are pierced. I don't know what it is. I don't know why he just sounds like he's like breathing heavy through that. He's like, in a hypothetical scenario, what if your girl's nipples are pierced?
Hypothetical. If I see her out and she's wearing a shirt that says boobs, which reminds me that she has them, what do you do?
It is almost impossible in modern day to tell a woman what to do.
And I've tried. It is tough. I cannot figure it out. Can you help me? It's good that he's having trouble telling women what to do. It really says a lot, though.
I'm a high value man. I make over 6 figures.
God, I am a high value man.
Dude, Andrew Tate, man. He, like, obviously he didn't invent misogyny, right? Misogyny is already happening at the systemic level, but he really branded it in such a unique way. Honestly, it makes it easier to avoid in some ways because, like, they all look the same. They all dress up the same way, man.
It's like, where do you find these people? Do this many people on the streets of Miami speak in red pill lingo? Like, something isn't adding up about this to me.
I have all my shit together, been all over the world. I've done all sorts of shit. I've done shit, more dudes.
Hold on. He goes, I'm a high value man. I make over six.
Bro, he's wearing tuxedo pants. Why is he wearing the tightest tuxedo pants of all time with the Salvatore Ferragamo belt, with the tightest shirt of all time, and it's just open down to his belly button?
Done all sorts of shit. I've done shit, more dudes.
Hold on. He goes, I'm a high value man. I make over six figures. I've been doing shit. I did some shit over there. I've been all over the world doing shit. I shat somewhere over here. I've been shitting all over the world.
I've done all sorts of shit. I've done shit, more dudes on this show probably I've never been done before.
I've done more shit dudes on this show probably ever even done before. I've been shitting way more than these dudes. Dude, I shit so much. I can't even count how much I've shit, dude. I'm a high value man. That means I've shat over 6 figures worth of times.
It takes a lot for a woman to impress me. Like, I have a bunch of women in my DMs. I have a bunch of women trying to talk to me.
That you're capping. You were capping, my friend. I have a bunch of women in my DMs. All right. Whatever. Okay. Sure. I have a lot of women in my DMs. They're all saying,
bro, this actually is like the equivalent of like an adult doing the same shit that many of us, myself included, did back in the day. Like, oh yeah, I've totally had sex. Dude, so much of it, dude, over the summer. Yeah, at camp. And yeah, no, she's like not around, in a different city, you know. And it's basically that, but like the adult version of that, where he's like, yeah, I'm so sick. Women text me all the time.
They have a gift for me, and all I have to do is click on this little link, and I'll receive a nice gift. Then it made me log into my Instagram. So I did that, and then I got locked out of my Instagram. So I haven't been able to get back into it. If anybody has a contact at Instagram, the women in my DMs stole my Instagram. One of the women said she was a princess in her country, but she just needed me to wire her a few $1,000s in Bitcoin. Me being a high value man and investing being a big part of that, I figured this was a great investment to just put forth a few $1,000s and get millions of dollars in return. Because after watching the market, I think that was a great investment for me. But unfortunately, she hasn't responded after I sent the Bitcoin.
I have a bunch of women in my DMs. I have a bunch of women trying to talk to me on a daily basis. I run around here outside, women eyes bulging out of the skulls and shit.
No. That is not happening. Me when I lie, dude. I run around here in Miami, the women, their eyes bulge out of their face. And they're...
Bro, when women see me, you know what I mean? They got fucking steam coming out of their ears. Their eyes are bulging out of their faces, their skulls, their chin, their jaw drops into the ground, smacks the floor, tongue rolls out like the red carpet, okay? They're going awooga, awooga, hamana, 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 literally every time I step foot around these parts. It's crazy, okay?
All in my DMs. I just can't get rid of them. There's so many of them.
When I was younger, I did try to lead with my wallet. And that's the worst fucking thing you could do.
Do not lead with your wallet, fellas. Lead with your bare chest. Only button 1 or 2 buttons. Button as few buttons on your shirt as possible. Lead with your chest. That way you show how masculine you are, how powerful you are. Wear tight pants, Gucci belt, front and center. Have two-tone hair. Make it really confusing. In fact, make your facial hair look like it was painted on. That'll really make the eyes bulge out of their heads.
Do you think it's easier for you to get puss?
I can get a lot of puss.
Puss? What are you, Shrek? Wait, who is saying?
That's so lame, dude. That's so lame. Just don't say that. Don't use words like that. Don't do it. I'm pretty sure this guy's a Torontonian. I fucking clocked it from a mile away.
Saying
I can get a lot of puss, but I can't get the high value puss necessarily. That's what I'm trying to get at.
So I'm actually struggling.
Wow, that's interesting. Perhaps that's a moment of introspection, you know? I said die. Just die. Oh. All I'm saying is perhaps this requires some further introspection. Perhaps maybe you are running around and presenting yourself a certain way and like you're attracting people that are attracted to that, but deep down inside you're like, maybe this isn't great, not healthy. Because like, here's the other thing, okay? Women aren't infallible either, all right? I'm not going to sit here and act like there ain't a whole bunch of dumbasses out there, especially in fucking Miami. Let's be for real for a moment, okay? Like that old tweet, I'm not supporting all women. Some of you bitches are dumb or whatever the fuck that tweet is. It's like, yeah, in Miami especially, there's a lot of ladies out there that are not necessarily great people and basically the female version of that fucking dumbass. Now, of course, obviously, under a patriarchal society, the difference is that, like, when you got someone who's a dumb broad, they're not like, they don't have the same, it doesn't carry the same weight as, like, a dumb ass dude who can, like, actually also kill you. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But having said that, this is what's very frustrating about like the Fed and Fat podcast, right? They always will self-select. In a lot of instances, they will self-select some of the worst people, okay? On to come onto their show, and then they fucking act like this is how all women are like. This is how all women are like. And then whenever there's a woman that goes on those fucking shows that actually is like, has like a little bit of humanity in them and is not just like a dumbass looking for clout, then they yell at them and then they kick them out of the fucking studio. They're like, you're not doing my incel bait. You're not doing the thing I want you to do. And it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
As a high value man, what does high value puss look like to you then?
I'm looking.
This is me. I'm playing Pokemon Yellow, and there's a trainer. They're called spinners. They're the trainers that like look in different directions, and so you have to like walk past them while they're not looking.
I'm looking. I don't see none out here right now.
All right, let me set the stage. My friend is in town for just a night, and he's like, hey, I want to eat at a 5-star restaurant that's nearby. Do you know any places? And this is how I respond.
I'm looking. I don't see none out here right now. Yeah, these are all like fours. They don't dress nice for their homegirls. They dress nice for us to try to get attention.
It is so wild to be saying this with a fully open shirt. And who are you doing that for? Whose approval are you looking for?
I didn't realize people even avoided the trainer battles on Pokemon, by the way. This is a new phenomena that I am encountering as weird. Like, why would you do that?
Me being a 35-year-old man, I try to talk to them and see like what kind of knowledge they have going on.
Oh, wow. Well spoken, too. As a 35-year-old man, I try to figure out what kind of knowledge.
Bro, you're a 35-year-old man who says puss. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. That's crazy. Like, yeah, no shit, dude. You should literally kiss the feet of any woman that even graces you and dignifies you by giving you a crumb of pussy, okay? You should be very excited at that prospect. If you're a 35-year-old man who's like, man, these bitches are fucking rank, dog. I'm trying to get me some top shelf puss. Like, fucking yeah. Like, dude, what is happening? What's happening in your life? How did you get so fucking stunted? Okay?
These women have. Hello, ma'am. What knowledge do you have?
Should you have any say in the friends that your girlfriend keeps around her?
No.
What if you could tell that they're probably playing a bad influence on her?
I mean, I'll voice it to her. I'll be like, yo, your friend's a hoe.
Dude, Miami. This guy's making you look bad. It cannot all be like this in Miami, dude.
Slip in like little like, but I won't get on her about it. Because at the end of the day, I don't control who she can be friends.
I'll pepper in your friend's a hoe, but I won't get on her about it. I mean, I'm a gentleman.
I'm not going to be that helicopter boyfriend that's like,
I don't want you hanging out with this person.
This is like the least misogynistic Miami male. I don't know why Jarvis is laughing at him. This man is like what you get. I've given up. I've given up. That guy is probably the most woke guy in a 35-mile radius, okay?
He transformed in front of our very eyes.
You're hanging out with this person. I don't want you hanging out with that person.
That's not me.
That's Igor, my demon that lives inside of me. That's not me.
I personally don't believe in platonic friendships between women and men.
I don't believe.
What is happening? What happened? What? Bro, I'm serious. I just... No, I was going to say, like, I feel like being only online broke people, but then also at the same time, no, there's plenty of people who thought this way back in the day too, you know?
Like Santa Claus? That's crazy. You don't believe in it, so you think everyone's lying. Everyone that has a platonic relationship is lying to you. That's crazy to me.
He's just a friend. He's my cousin, even. Come to find out, I was either cheated on or they've been talking to him, or they go ahead and fuck them when we're done.
Dude got...
Wait, okay. If you're talking to your partner and they lie to you about the guy that they're talking to and they say that the guy is their cousin, yeah, that's a really fucking... Also, he made it seem like this is something that happens to him all the time. He's like, dude, I'm always hooking up with girls, and then they're like, that's my cousin. And then it turns out I'm like, whoa, Deborah, why are you sucking your cousin's dick? That's so gross. It happens to me all the time. They're like, no, this is my step bro.
Betrayed by his cousin. I think that's bad, obviously, and it's shitty, but it is not a reason to cast such a broad net. That's on them. That's people being bad, which people can be. They're allowed to be bad, but that doesn't mean you throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know?
Do you think that most American men would want to go for the American woman or foreign woman like you?
I think a foreign woman. So like in Ireland, we don't have people like you. So when I see people like you, I'm like, shit, man.
Oh, no.
What does she mean by that? She means someone from Toronto, right? Right? That's what she means, right? She doesn't. What does that mean? We don't have people like you. Oh, brother.
Oh, what is happening right now? Are we witnessing true love? Is he going to hang up the alpha male interview series and walk off into the sunset with this Irish woman?
Oh, black people?
Oh, no, it got worse. No.
It's like, you want what you can have, no?
So do you want dark chocolate?
Oh, my God. I need to bring...
Damn, he's so rizzed up, bro. Like, how are you coming across like such a fucking goober? You mentioned earlier that you don't understand why people would avoid trainers in Pokemon, but haven't you only played like 2 games and never even played a 2D classic because your Pokemon Yellow got stolen as a kid? What? No, I fucking played all the Pokemon 2D games. What the fuck are you talking about? I went and I got new ones. Shut the
Break
fuck up.
the screen.
How dare
Make
you.
it go away. Dude, is this his line? The
How
first
dare
time
you.
we see him flirt, and this is his line. Do you like dark chocolate? I am going to gag. I am never going to eat dark chocolate again. I was planning on eating this later. I will not be doing that because I don't think I can stomach it.
Dark chocolate is my favorite, especially...
Dark chocolate!
Why? Dark
is
chocolate is
my
my
favorite.
when it's 85%.
Wait, what do I have here? I got 70%. So she
Dark
doesn't want
chocolate!
me. I'm not dark chocolate enough for her.
I'm 100% dark chocolate.
Shit, man! That's maybe too bitter for me.
He fumbled this somehow. He somehow fumbled this. This is the face of a man who has lost it. He's lost the plot. All right. I'm going to go, I don't know, watch some basketball or something.
Why did she say that? Like, that was weird. She was so gross and weird too, which is odd because like he's also fucking gross and weird. It could have been so perfect.